Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, MTC Quantity Surveyors. Today I'm going to release the first episode of the series where I'm going to do everything starting from takeoff to up until superstructure, even including the roof. We're also going to do the doors, the windows, and what. We're going to do everything on a building. We're going to measure everything. We're going to do our takeoff on everything. Let's get started. So we're having a working drawing here. With the working drawing, let me just go to the working drawing. Here's the working drawing. We're given this working drawing. We're going to work on this working drawing. We have the ground story plan. We also have the north elevation, the south elevation, and then we're also having the sections for the foundation works, and then we're also having the roof plan. And then we're also given specifications here. And then on this part, the parts which are highlighted are these ones. The video is going to be about site clearance and soil striping, but here they are saying site clearance and soil striping has been elsewhere. So here we're going to do excavation, which is, they are saying excavation is in pickable material, and then we're also going to do clear site to 150 millimeters beyond the building. They are saying that we should clear the site, but the site clearance has been elsewhere, which means the site clearance has been done already. But they are saying that we should include it here. But now I'm not going to exclude anything. I'm going to do everything here. We're going to do the site clearance. They're saying topsoil striping is not required. Here I'm going to do topsoil striping. Topsoil striping will be included on this video, and then I'm going to do the rock excavation for the soft rock and then the hard rock, and then I'm also going to do the backfill of excavated material. And then the method that I'm going to use, we are not going to do those things like when we do our backfill, we have to calculate the center line for the backfill and what you do, just take that material you excavated, you put it aside, and then from that material you're going to subtract as you add elements into your foundation. If you add concrete, you're going to subtract from that backfill material, that material, the volume of material that you added into the foundation. Let's say at concrete, so you're going to deduct the volume which is the equal is the same as the volume of the concrete that you casted into the foundation. And then you're also going to cut off that surplus material, which is the material that you just deducted from the backfilling material. Now we are fine with these things. We're getting the drift. What's going to happen now? We're going to look at other things, other factors. I'm not going to look at the other things or other factors. We're going to start with our takeoff. Let's go to our Excel spreadsheet. I've already done the calculations and the what I'll just explain. So what you're going to do first, you have to have your drawing title. That's what you have to have, and then also have the drawing number. Then remember, I said in this video I'm going to do subtraction what. Here, let me just edit this one. It's supposed to be this is FX only. So let me just insert the column here. Insert a cell. Insert cells, and then I want to insert them sheet cells down. Shifting them down, and then I will move this one to here, and then I will write here earthworks. This our earthworks. Under earthworks, we're having this following. Works which we have to do under earthworks. We're going to do site clearance, topsoil removal, excavation, backfilling, and extra over soft rock, extra over hard rock, and then also do the risk of collapse where we support the sides of the trench, and then do keep excavations free of water and do level and compact, and then also do soil poisoning. This video I want to make it short because I recorded the first version and then I was not happy with the sound, but I think now the sound should be better. Now since we are here, we're done with our takeoff list, what we're going to measure. as I'm going forward on the video, I'll be adding this takeoff list. So, but I'll do these things and what remember. If we did a collection here for the walls and what here we did the collections for the walls in this video. So in the next video we are going to do our concrete and what and then also here in this video also did the collection for the excavation. In the next video we're going to just we're going to use to reference some of the main gas that we'll be using from this collection. This collection, I'm just going to explain it now. Let's just look at our plan. Let's just look at our plan. Our plan is like this. Let's start with the drawing number. Here is the title of the drawing, is Thompson House, and then drawing number is QS1A/2018A. So this is our drawing number. I included it on our takeoff list. And then what we're going to do now, once we are here, since we are here, well, now we'll have to calculate the center line of the building. To calculate the center line of the building is very easy and very simple, because here we're given a simple drawing, and then I'll also do those complex drawings. So we are even having double stories, because it has been a while since I posted. Now I just want to post and give you the content, because I've been seeing people trying to access my documents on the Google Drive, and then previously it was restricted. People were not able to access those documents, but I edited it so that people can access the document, but they cannot edit. You can just download it and then use them on your own. So here we're having this building. It's a 3-room house with 1 bedroom. It's a 1-bedroom house. So when you're looking at this thing, we're having the bathroom, the bedroom, and the lounge and the kitchen. This is an open lounge area. We're having the kitchen and what in one room. So what is going to happen here? We're going to calculate the center line of the wall. The center line of the wall is the line that runs in the middle of the wall. To get that, we're going to take this length and then multiply by 2, and then also take this length, multiply by 2. But you can see here, we don't see visible. We cannot say this thing. We can think this thing is 8,250 millimeters. But this is, you don't see it. You can just take this one, the 270 plus the 3.8 meters plus the 0.11 meters plus the 2 meters plus the 0.27 meters to get your length of this side. When I add them, they give me 6.25 meters, which is the length. So I'm going to, this one is going to be our width, and this one is going to be our length. I'm going to take these two things. I will multiply this one by 2, and then multiply this one by 2. And remember, once I multiply them by 2, I'm getting the perimeter of the building, the exterior perimeter of the building. I'm not getting the center line. To get the center line, I will have to deduct corners. Remember, once I'm here, if I take this length, I book it, and then I come again, I take this length from here up until here. Remember, I took this length from here up until here, which means I included this corner. And then now I come to this side, and then I take this length from here up until here, which means I'm including this corner 2 times. So I double booked. What I'm going to do, I will have to deduct halves on each and every corner, so that they can meet halfway. Let's say we're going to go to this side. We deduct half of 0.27, and then we deduct half of 0.27 here, and then we're going to be left with another half, which is going to be attached to this side. These things, like, they meet like this at an angle. That's why we're saying half. This thing is going to just be a block. I don't have something to write. I don't know, but it's fine. It's going to be just a block here. That's why we're going to say 4 times 2 times half times the thickness of the wall. That's why. So let's just go here and then check. And now we're starting with our collections. What we did, we're calculating the mean gap for the 270 millimeters wall. To calculate the mean gap for the 270 millimeters wall, we have to get what? We have to take the length multiplied by 2, and then the width multiplied by 2, and then we get this. Remember, this is the perimeter, it's not the center line. To get the center line, we have to deduct corners. We're going to deduct how many corners? 4 corners. To deduct 4 corners, we're going to just say 4 times 2 times 0.5 times 0.0270, which is equal to this. This thing is the total length of the corners. So we're going to deduct those 4 corners, and then we're going to get the mean gate is going to be 26.702 meters. This is the mean gate for the 270 millimeters wall, and then now we're going to do the mean gate for the 110 millimeters wall, man. This one we're going to divide them with horizontal and vertical. Let's check here. We are going to have the horizontal is this one, the vertical is this one. So here, what I did, I just divided this thing, categorized our dimensions in horizontal and vertical. Our horizontal will only have one horizontal, which is 3 meters, and then here also for the vertical we're going to have a vertical which runs from the interior skin of the wall to the other side of the interior skin of the wall, which is this length. I can just take the total length here, minus 270, or I can just take this 3.8 meters plus 0.011 meters plus 2 meters to get that length. But I prefer taking this one. I'm just taking this one. I'm subtracting the two 270s. Let's check here what I did. Since now we're here, we're done with, we're on the, oh yeah, it's fine. We're calculating, we're on B. We're calculating the mean gate for the 110 millimeters wall. Horizontal is 3000, set is 3000. And for the vertical, we're going to take that 6.25 meters minus 2 times 0.270 meters. This like is our multiplication sign in DQ. In quantity surveying, not DQ, because other universities they call this module quantity surveying, which is the right way, but here we're calling it descriptive quantification. Now we're done with this thing. We're done with our center line. I said add vertical, we're going to add vertical, we're going to add these 2 things, then we're going to get your mean gate for the 110 millimeters wall. You are done with the mean gate for 110 millimeters wall. You are going to do the mean gate for excavation, which will be the mean gate for the 800 millimeters wide trench, and then the 600 millimeters wide trench. Let's check here for our plans so that you can see. Let's check the time. We're not running out of time. We're still fine. If it becomes a 15-16 minutes long video, it's going to be fine. So let's go to this thing, and then let's see. Once we are here, now we have to calculate the mean gate of the excavation trench. The mean gate of the excavation trench, remember, for the external trench, hey, go to rest, or you're fine. It's fine. Sure. To calculate the mean gate for the mean gate for the external trench, what you're going to do, you're going to look at the external trench and the wall. Let's just imagine and then see the trench on the drawing. Our trench is going to be like this. It's going to run around this, and then around the wall, and then around the wall also here, which means our wall is going to be at the center. Which means our wall is going to be at the center of the external trench. Which means when you're doing when you're calculating the mean gate of the external trench, you're going to do something different now. You're not going to have 2 different types of trenches, because this one, if you check here, the mean gate of the external wall runs in the middle, and then the mean gate of the external trench runs in the middle, and then both of them, if you check, this wall, our external wall runs in the middle of the trench, so the center lines are going to be the same. That's why when we check here, we just set from A, the other center line that we got for the 270 millimeters trench, we'll got this one, and then we say the mean get for the 800 millimeters wide trench is 27.720 meters. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to look at other things now. We're going to do the mean get for the 600 millimeters wide trench. When we come here, it's not going to be the same. The mean get for the 600 millimeters wide trench and the mean get of the 110 millimeters wall, they are not going to be the same. Let me show you the reason why. If you check here, remember, you have, let's say, like you started by excavating the external trench. You already excavated the external trench, and then this trench is going to have a spread here. If you look, we're going to have a spread here. This spread, which means when you're going to excavate the internal trench, you're not going to start at the skin of the foundation wall. You're going to start where the external trench starts when you are excavating the internal trench. You see, that's why you're going to say that we're saying that the spreads reduce the interior trench. That's why we're saying the spreads reduce the interior trench. And then how do you identify your spreads? Let me talk about this tip. A spread is only where there's a corner. Just check here. Man, where you see T, there's a spread. Where you see T, there's a spread. Always. When you check here, you check this one. The 270 millimeters wall to 110 millimeters wall, they form a T. There's a spread. You come here. They form a T, there's a T here. You come here, there's a T here. There are 3 spreads. And then you also come here, you check, there's a T here. The 110 millimeters wall to 110 millimeters form a spread. And then that spread is not going to be the same as the 270 millimeters wall to the 110 millimeters wall, because you check, remember here, the trench here is 600. Since this trench here is 600, which means the spread here is going to depend on the thickness of the wall and also the width of the trench. And then also here it's also depending on the thickness of the wall and the width of the trench. So let's check here. If you check here, if we want the spread here, what we're going to do, remember, these sides are going to be equal. This side and this side. Let's say we're having our trench here. Let me just say this line represents our trench, and then this line represents our trench, and then this is our wall. So this the length from here up until here. This I'm just saying here. I'm not saying this distance. The distance from here up until here and the distance from here up until here, they are equal, or they represent the trench. I'm just saying, if this thing, we're saying this thing is our trench, and then this is the wall, and then the spread from here up until here is going to be all the spread from here up until here. That's why I'm saying. And then look here, let's say we already excavated this trench, and then now we have to excavate this trench, the trench for 110 millimeters. You see, you already excavated this part. You're not going to start from here when you are excavating. You're going to start from here. I'm giving you an example. You see, that's why I'm saying the spread of the 270 millimeters reduces the length of the, or the mean depth of the internal trench. You see, yeah, that's why. Let's go there. And then I said we have 3 spreads for the 110 millimeters wall to the 270 millimeters wall. Let's go and see. We're going to say mean get for the 600 millimeters wide trench, and then we're going to start by calculating the spreads and passings. And then for spreads, we're going to have the spread for 110 millimeters wall to 270 millimeters wall. We're having how many spreads? 3 spreads. And then with the spreads, 3 spreads, we're looking at 3 spreads, and then the width of the trench is what is 800 millimeters, which is 0.8 meters. And then we're going to subtract the thickness of the brick wall so that we can get those spreads. And then after getting those spreads, we're going to get the length of the 2 spreads. So we want 1 spread. To get 1 spread, we're going to divide by 2. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 0.5. You see, that's why we multiply by 0.5 here. And then after multiplying by 0.5, we're going to get an answer. Our answer is going to be 0.795. This is our answer, which is the total length of the spreads. And then we're also going to add the 110 to 110 wall spreads. And then this one, we're going to remember we're only having one T from the architectural drawings. We're having one T. Since we're having one T, we're going to just say the width of the trench minus the 1110, and then we're multiplying by 2, multiplying by 0.5, which is the same as dividing by half. We're getting this one. We add these two things, and then we get 1040 millimeters, which is 1.04 meters. We are done with our spreads. Now we are going to calculate the center line. To calculate the center line, we are going to say we're going to calculate the center line for the 600 millimeters wide trench, and then we're going to say from B. Remember, from B we got the center line for the wall. We're going to say from B is the center line from the wall, and then we're going to deduct 3 spreads for the 110 millimeters wall to the 270 millimeters wall, and then deduct 1 spread for 110 to 110 millimeters wall, and then we're going to get what we're going to say. This one is from D. Remember, you can also write these things. These we are writing them so that we can reference. You see, like this is side cast referencing. This, when I'm saying from P, side cast referencing, you have to do it. You don't just write, like make it easy for you when you come back to know what's happening in this thing. Now you have to start. You don't have to look around everywhere. You know this one is from outward. You check. You can follow your work, and then even another quantity surveyor can come into your work and see what you're doing. If there's a mistake, he can identify it easily. So we got the mean get for the 600 millimeters wide. We are done with the collections. For excavation and the walls. So I think with these things with this collection we can start with our earthworks, where we can do our site clearance. We can just do that collection. That collection is easy. Let me just do the collection for site clearance. We're going to end on the collection for site clearance. Let me just say this one can be E, and then I will say site clearance. This is the site clearance. For the site clearance, we are looking for the length. The length is going to be equal to what? The length, remember, it's 7.650. And then millimeters. Remember they said meters, man. Remember they said you should add what? You should add 2 meters. Let me just write it like this. This is the length, it's fine. Let me just do a side cast here. You can just have it like this. This is the length, and then it's fine. Yeah, perfect. Going to do it like this. This is the length, and then after the length, remember you're going to add those. They said add 1.5 millimeters beyond the building, so we're going to say add. What we're going to do, add 2 times 1.5 millimeters. This is for the beyond the building. And then we can just write this thing like this here. And then the length for site clearance is going to be how much? It's going to be 10.650 meters. This is the length for the site clearance. The length for the site clearance. Let me just remove this one, and then we're going to do the same thing for the width. The width was 6.250, and then we're going to add. Let me just copy this one, copy and paste, and then after adding these two things, let's just make it so that it becomes clear to see what's happening. No confusion. Yeah, like this. Now it's perfect. And then we come to this side, and then let's make this one, take this one down, cut and then paste, and then so that we can work with this thing. And then we can take this one to this side, and then we can underline here and then have the answer here. This is going to be your width for your site clearance, which is going to be 9.250. Yeah, done. With this correction now, we can attack everything. You can do everything which is listed here. You can do your site clearance, topsoil removal, excavation, backfill. Backfill is the one group between excavation, the backfill material that you're going to keep on site. And then you're also going to be able to do extra over soft rock, extra over hard rock, and the risk of collapse, and keep free or keep excavations free of water, and also level and compact and so poison. With this information, you are done. This is your collections tool, which you are going to use to do takeoff for the following items, which are 10 items with the site clearance and what. I'm going to end here. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.